Tuesday, December 29th. It's 9 o'clock, and we'll start with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we'll start with the ratifying the agenda. Are there any additions, deletions?
Mr. Chairman, I would move to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Claris, second by Commissioner Franchuk. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Accounts payable, you have before you the accounts payable. Any questions?
Make a motion to approve the accounts payable?
By Commissioner White,
I'll second that.
by Commissioner Claris. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh. Chair votes aye, motion carries. Okay, next item on the agenda, 2026 road budget amendments. Mr. Miller.
Morning, Commissioners. Todd Miller, Stark County Road Superintendent. Here to ask for a budget amendment for 2026 for the truck reg line from $81,161.60 to $88,504. This is my first request of
Do
amendment.
we should probably make that motion.
Individually, I
Yeah.
think, yeah, just, do you have a rationale behind all that? It was just the way it expensed out?
Yeah, because the prior truck reg was at 81, what we figured, and then the new truck reg individual that's taking that position will be just transferring from the sheriff's office over into this part here for the $88,504.
Was that a lateral move across?
Yes, so the previous Bobby was a corporal, John's a sergeant.
So I'd make a motion to approve.
By Commissioner White,
I'll second.
by Commissioner Franchuk. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries.
And the second request is for another individual that was part-time on staff and now is moved into the full-time position. So I'd need a line item change on that as well from $51,214.80 to $68,286.40 to moving him to a full-time position. That would be,
Okay,
And do we have any open full-time position line items that he can go to from that part-time line item?
Yes.
he has a vacant spot.
I'd have to look at the dollar amounts that were approved, though. To see if it's under there, but there are two open positions besides this one, two open full-time
Okay.
positions
Yep.
that were budgeted for. I'd have to look at the dollar amounts.
Yeah, we were just looking at fixing his line since he's always been in that line is usually what
Okay.
we have been doing in the past.
So then we won't have a part-time line item?
Unless he decides to make one of his full-time lines a part-time line, you know.
yeah, I could do that
Okay.
as well.
Yep.
So I'll make, and that would just be easier to make his,
Yep.
Yeah.
okay. So I'll make that motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner White,
I'll second.
by Commissioner Marsh. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, who's handling the temporary roundabout easements?
Well, I guess that will be me. Okay. So last meeting, we had two of these, and this is the last one for the roundabout. We did get it signed and everything to come over for approval. The offer was accepted at $9,340. It's a temporary easement. And so the commission would just need to make the decision on approving this so we can send them their payment.
Okay. Any questions?
This is for the southeast corner of that intersection, is it?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll make the motion to approve $9,340 for a temporary easement.
By Commissioner White. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
By Commissioner Marsh. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner White.
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk.
Aye.
Commissioner Claris.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries. Thank you. Okay, shared use trail.
I guess I could start that. I guess it was last meeting or the meeting before we had decided that we were going to allocate some funds towards a grant application. The grant application is completed and we have now have that material in front of us. And application deadline is Wednesday, and today by noon is our chance. We need to, if we have any comments or requests for changes to this grant application, I believe now is the time to speak on that. So anyway, I've invited Parks and Rec Director, Mr. Ray. If we have any questions of him, I've reviewed the application. It looks pretty good. I think it's a great project, albeit expensive. It's a little shocking how much a couple of miles of bike path will cost, but if we were so lucky to get that grant from the North Dakota Department of Transportation, I think we'd be pretty fortunate. Benjamin, if you'd like to come up and add anything to that, feel free.
Yeah, Benjamin Ray, Executive Director with Dickinson Parks and Recreation. I appreciate the county considering this grant application that we're putting in for the Transportation's Alternatives grant through the state. This is for fiscal year 2028, so it's a couple of years down the road. Keep in mind that at this point, this is just for the grant application to go in, and any feedback that you have, we're strongly supportive of this project, even though it is within the county and outside of our jurisdiction. It does connect the city to Patterson Lake, both of which we have a vested interest in seeing this be successful. Also with the long-term growth that likely will take place along that corridor, we think that this will be beneficial to not only current but future residents along that pathway, as well as visitors to our community. I'll take any questions if you have any.
So who originated and who went to SRF to have them put the application together? Who originated that?
So this really started out of our public meetings. We've had a lot of open houses lately related to our master plan. This was one of the areas that was identified as part of our Crooked Crane project to circumnavigate the lake. And so this was one that had been brought up. SRF had reached out to me with regards to any projects that may be on the horizon, and that's how the discussion started with them. I had met with a couple of commissioners, and we had just kind of discussed whether this would be worth at least putting in an application and seeing where it goes.
Okay, thank you. The follow-up question then, on your estimated cost detailed for the project, you have Stark County commitment, 391, and then estimated, I'm assuming engineering is not part of any grant. So the total local cost, is that the 391, or is it 391 plus the 430?
It would be the 391 plus the 430, because engineering is not covered by the grant. The grant will cover 80% of the construction costs. I am here to demonstrate our support of this, and we would be actively engaged in working to help cover what the cost of the total would be. Also, I'd keep in mind, commissioners, that obviously we've tried to be on the high end of what these would be. We don't like surprises the other way around. And so looking with contingency as well as inflation to be able to cover that, as well as an engineering and construction admin at 20%. Those things would have to go out to bid for the actual design of the project if we were successful in getting the grant.
And how much of this will the grant cover? Do you have any, like, a percentage of it, or?
Well, the grant covers 80% of the construction costs. So if you look at this on the screen here, if the estimated cost is $2 million, the grant would cover 1.6 million of that. The actual engineering costs would be up to the applying entity to cover.
Right.
So,
So I see, Stark County, you're asking for a commitment of 391, 881.20. Is there any way that Stark County and some of that, I mean, we do have yellow iron, heavy equipment, you know, that we can maybe do some self-performing that could maybe help with that? I don't know. So, I mean, it's an
would
option.
say, Commissioner, those are all options that we could have, as well as looking for in-kind and other funding as well.
I mean, I get it, the numbers are high. I mean, the pavement cost in the bid is something like almost $8 a square foot. I can do the best parking lot in town for half that, but I get it. You know, you want to be safe, like you said. So by approving the application for the grant doesn't necessarily commit us for the full funding. We could, at some point, if this was approved, we could go out and look for partners in this as well, correct?
Absolutely, and I would anticipate that's what we would do.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I do. I think it's a great project.
I say we, but, you know, obviously it's a Stark County. It's up to the Stark County Commission what you want to do, but like I said, we feel like this is a great project.
I think we have broad support from a lot of people, including the city of Dickinson. I think it's a great project. I think we could find the support for it.
Yeah, I mean, the support will be there. I just don't want the public to be surprised when the bill comes out.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know,
Well, if we were on the hook for the entire 800 plus, if that's what it ended up being, I would give pushback to that. But I think we have partners who are willing to help us with that. I mean, the north side of the lake, you look as that as an example, that's been a lot
Right.
of that's been done, so.
Is that traffic control, is that crosswalks? Or is that, no, that's during the construction, correct?
Yeah,
correct?
right.
Okay. Is there any lighting along this at all?
There is not lighting designed into this.
Okay.
I know the residents out there would love to see lighting, but I just don't think that that's realistic within the scope of this project. But I think as development continues down there, you're probably going to see road lighting out there that would probably help serve that perfect purpose as well.
Okay, any other questions? Comments? What are your wishes?
so I'd move that we move forward with it.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Marsh to, what's the formal word we're looking for here? Endorse the project,
That's a better word, yeah.
Process.
at the end of the application for the grant. Okay, do I have a second?
I'd second that.
By Commissioner Claris. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Mr. Josephson, Planning and Zoning.
Good morning, Commissioner. Steve Josephson, Stark County Planner. There was a Planning and Zoning Commission meeting held on December the 18th. There were 3 items that were heard at that meeting. The Planning and Zoning Commission and staff recommended approval of all 3. So the first one is RZ 0925, and that was George and Linda Sikora. Wanted to rezone some property from agriculture to rural residential, approximately 5.66 acres, with an address of 3120 106th Avenue Southwest. As stated, both the Planning and Zoning Commission and staff recommend approval, and I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve RZ 0925 for George and Linda Sikora.
By Commissioner Franchuk, do I have a second?
I'll second
By
that.
Commissioner Claris, any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Mr. Joseph.
Thank you. The next one is a minor subdivision, plat MSP 0725 for George and Linda Sikora. It's the same piece of property as the previous one, and it's a 5.66 acre property at the same address of 3120 106th Avenue Southwest. Both the Planning and Zoning Commission and staff recommend approval, and I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions for Mr. Josephson?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner White, do I have a second?
Second.
By Commissioner Claris, any other questions, comments? Hearing none. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign, motion carries.
Yes, and the last one is variance VAR 0125. Michael and Alicia Pretzer were requesting a variance to section 3.7.3 of the Stark County zoning ordinance. That's the one that requires, if you're going to plant any trees, that it has to be set back at least 125 feet from the center line of either a section line road or from a county road. They're requesting that the variance be, that setback be reduced to 76 feet. They want to do this because there is a resident there that has severe allergy issues, and with the trees being closer to what was an original tree row there, it would help catch some of the dust and help relieve that person's, help to relieve that person's allergy issues. Both the Planning and Zoning Commission and staff recommend approval, and I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
What was your reasoning for recommending or the approval?
Well, first of all, we got a letter from a nurse practitioner that testifying to that person's allergies, and then secondly, we also asked the road department if they had the objections to that, and they did not object. Plus, there'd been an original tree row at that location.
And there currently is a tree row at that location?
No, there isn't. The tree row is not there anymore.
So the difference between closer
It'd
than
be-
the 100
Yeah.
within, than closer to the property, does that make a difference?
From their perspective, they wanted further from the property to catch a lot of the dust that blows along the road.
Yeah, I farm across the road here from this property, and yeah, they get absolutely inundated with dust, and so.
If he would slow down on that road, it
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be as dusty.
It's all your fault.
Yeah, and if the road department's good with it, that was my question is,
Okay.
Yeah,
is
that's-
does it
yeah.
create a problem for the road department?
Absolutely. In fact, Road Superintendent Miller did go out there and meet with the applicant and family members, and, based upon that, we actually have an email that's part of your packet saying that he doesn't object.
Okay. Your wishes?
Mr. Chairman, I'd move to approve application VAR 0125.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Claris, second by Commissioner Franchuk. Any other discussion, questions? Hearing none. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Emergency management contracts, Alana. Probably thinks it's tomorrow. You want to give her time and go back to some others?
Sure.
And come back?
let me text her.
Yeah, let's just move on and see if she
Okay,
shows up.
so we'll do that if, Karen gets a hold of her. Okay, you have in your packet some proposed requested budget amendments for transfers on committed funds to finalize our 2025 budget end balance.
Well, actually, so these are some of our suggested ones, but we will still have 2025 budget amendment meeting
Right,
in January.
right.
These are just some of them that we could
Right.
take care of now.
Right. So, first one regarding the Small City Grant Fund project. Any questions on that? We're, January 1, we'll start year 2 of the 3-year project that we initiated.
I would make the motion to approve that transfer of $2 million to the general fund,
From the general
from
fund.
the general fund to the small city grant fund.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I have a question.
Sure, let's
So,
second, then you
For
can.
this, well, I'll wait for the second.
Okay,
I'll second.
by Commissioner Franchuk.
So we closed out with a zero fund balance on that for fiscal year 25, right?
No, I think we didn't use up all the money.
Okay.
No, so we did get some requests. Belfield, Richardson, and Taylor, we didn't receive anything from Gladstone or South Hart yet.
So the amount we're bringing over is, how much was it? I haven't
It'll
got-
be another 2 million, because we allocated $1 million a year over 3 years. This
Okay.
is, we already have a special fund that we're paying this out of, and we have brought over $1 million so far. So this is bringing over the other 2 million.
Okay.
So I think.
So we don't have a use it or lose it kind of policy.
Within 3 years, you do.
I think it's end of 2027 if they don't use it.
Okay,
So I think your question is, if there's unused funds, should we be transferring that as well?
correct.
But that's
Oh,
already,
yeah.
it's already been transferred.
Right.
They can
Okay,
bank
makes
those
sense.
funds from
Yep.
year to year.
Yep. Okay, any other questions?
And with the request and motions that I put in here, I did spell it out. If you guys are okay with these transfers, I did have to spell it out a specific way because we're also amending the 26 budget and putting it into the 25 budget. So if it sounds a little
Yeah.
wonky.
Okay, so we have the 2 million transfer for the Small City Grant Fund on the table. Motion and a second. Hearing no other discussion, I'll call roll call vote. Commissioner Claris,
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk,
Aye.
Commissioner White,
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion approved. Thank you. So the second one in the top paragraph would be the
2.25.
airport one.
What fund is that? On the airport fund, do we have an account for that one?
Just
We-
like it's an airport
We
fund.
would create one.
I have not created the account yet. It depends if the commission wants to approve this, then we'll create the account in 25's books.
So history, we allocated, what, 1.7 something? in
2.2.
For 25 budget?
2.250, I believe, the
So-
big chunk.
2.25 was in our 26 budget
Okay.
as a transfer.
The 1.75 in 2027.
And then the 1.75 was in an expenditure line in our 26 budget. So that's why I had to separate them out. So 2.25 was a transfer, and we're taking it from being a transfer in 26 to a transfer in 25 budget.
Gotcha.
The 1.75, we're looking at moving also, but we're doing it from the 20, that was in a different line, that was in an expenditure line. So that's why it's on the next paragraph.
So
What we approved for this coming year for the airport is the 1.75 for 26.
It's not the 4 million, that's the total together? Or it is?
Those
It
over
is,
2
but
fiscal years.
1.75 is for 26, we're sending them.
Oh, yeah.
And then in 27, we're sending the.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yep,
All right.
yep.
Yeah, I remember when we made that motion now, thank you.
Any other comments, questions?
So this is to make an airport fund
If-
line item for 2026.
If you pass both motions,
25.
there would be total of 4 million in the,
Years.
no, well, it would be in the fund. We decide how we spend it.
Okay.
But it would be there for us to spend rather than in a single general fund expenditure expense.
So you're looking right now for a motion for 2.25
Correct.
million.
So moved.
We have a motion by Commissioner Claris. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
By Commissioner Franchuk. Any other questions, comments? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner Claris,
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk,
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh,
Aye.
Commissioner White.
Aye.
Chair votes aye.
So
Motion
that will create the airport fund and roll over 2.25 million?
Yes, in 25. So the next part would be, and that's why I put it all in one paragraph, but the next part would be also to amend the 2026 general fund budget transfers and remove 4.25 million in budgeted transfers because we're doing them in 25, not 26.
okay.
Yep.
Okay, do you need, so you want another motion for that?
I will have to. They
Okay.
don't do it all in one.
Since we approved the previous two motions, I'll make the motion to remove the transfers from 4.25 million in the general fund.
Okay, we have a motion by, was that corrected or worded correctly?
We're just amending the 2026 general fund, right?
Yes, but it has to be done in 2025.
Because we're going to do it in 25 instead.
yes.
Yep.
Right. Okay, so we have a motion by Commissioner White. Do I have a second?
Second.
By Commissioner Claris. Any other discussion? Okay, hearing none. Roll call vote. Commissioner White,
Aye.
Commissioner Claris,
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk,
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion carried. Okay, next paragraph would be to do the 1.75 out of the general expenditure or budget expenditure and put it into the Dickinson Airport Fund. Any discussion?
I'll make the motion to amend the 2025 Dickinson Airport from the general fund to the new airport fund of 1.75 million.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner White. Do we need to use the word expenditure in there?
So if you, if you read it as a requested motion, then you could just do one motion and you wouldn't need three separate ones, if you're okay with how it's written.
Okay, so,
Because it's an expenditure, not a transfer. That's why it had to be separated.
okay, so
Okay.
the bottom four lines you want in the motion.
Yeah, if you are okay with the requested motion that I typed up, that would amend the 26 budget and put 0 on that,
To amend the 2020, okay. To amend the 2025 budget, general fund budget, right?
Yep,
Yep.
we need all four lines in the motion if you're gonna do that.
So I'll make the motion to amend the 2025 general fund budget and include 1.75 million transfer to the special projects Dickinson Airport Fund. Also to amend the 26 general fund airport budget expenditure line to 0 and approve a 2026 budget expenditure from the special projects Dickinson Airports funds instead totaling 1.75 million.
Okay,
I'll second that.
okay. Just technical point, do we need to do something with the previous motion? Withdraw that?
You just did these into 3 separate
No,
ones.
the,
Oh.
Corey actually made a motion and it was the weed.
Yep.
So if it would be okay with Commissioner White, if he would withdraw the previous motion before this?
Yes, I'll withdraw that and the new motion to amend the 2025 general fund budget and include 2 million transfer to the small city grant. Wait, am I up one? Yes. small city grant fund of 2.5 million to transfer a special project.
No, no, no,
Dickinson Air
no,
Force.
no, no. We're, so you made a motion for the 175.
Yes.
Corey, and we needed to amend and expand the motion to all 4 sentences. So you need to
Oh.
withdraw, okay?
Yeah,
So if you will just consent to withdraw the
first one.
first one,
That's all you need.
Commissioner Claris, you consent to draw you with second?
Yes.
Okay, so now we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, we'll roll call vote. Commissioner White,
Aye.
Commissioner Claris,
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk, Aye. Commissioner Marsh.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Thank you. Motion carries. Okay,
This last one should be easier.
do they get simpler as we go here?
They do. The last one's easier.
Okay, so the, and it's regarding this, the fairgrounds projects we have out of the general fund of, again, monies that we have committed. And if you read the paragraph, pretty self-explanatory. The only question I have is the 950,000 request. I think if you remember when we started this back in April or May, the park board had 400,000 approximately plus minus of capital project funds available. We committed all of that to that, less whatever we've spent at Lakeview. And so if in my calculations, we were also successful in receiving a $100,000 grant for our livestock building. And if we take the 2 projects we have, which accumulate amount to about 900,000 out there, and if you subtract the 100,000 from the state, that's 800,000, and then we have about close to 200,000 of water, parking, those kind of things out there. And so that equates to about $1 million. So I don't think we need the full 950. I think it's probably 750 would be suffice. So I'm in support of the motion. I just think we need to change the 950 to 750.
So we also had some change orders in there, correct?
Yes, this accounts for that. So
Okay. I'll make a motion to transfer the 800,000 from the 2025 general fund to the fairground special project fund. The reason I say that is I think there might still be some other change
Okay,
orders.
it's fine. We have a motion by Commissioner White. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
By Commissioner Claris. Any other discussion, questions? Hearing none, roll call vote. Commissioner White?
Aye.
Commissioner Claris?
Aye.
Commissioner Franchuk? Aye. Commissioner Marsh?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Thank you. Motion carries. Okay, I think that completes that, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay, did Elena?
Lena's here.
She
There
is
she
here.
goes.
There he is,
Good morning.
through the speed.
Elena Scott, Emergency Manager. Sorry, I'm late. It's been a busy week. 3 structured fires. One that I was at last night threw me off a little bit. So I have 4 contracts up for renew. Yeah, so go by them one by one or all together.
Just start with that first one, the Vertiv, that's our UPS.
Yep, Vertiv is the backup system for dispatch. It's their batteries. So look to renew that contract. That contract did go down in price this year. Don't know why. I won't complain.
So you need the 5780 for the batteries?
That's for them to continue the contract to service them.
Service the
They're not
batteries.
replacing them this year. They replaced them last year.
Got it.
Yep. So this is just that continuous service on them.
What's the grand total? What'd you come up with there?
5780 is what he, unless there's more to that one.
I do see the 5780, and then because this is not the actual invoice, we're not gonna pay for these contracts until the January 6th meeting. You're just looking at approving the contracts overall, because we
Gotcha.
don't have an invoice yet.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I'd move to approve the Vertiv contract, service contract.
Okay. Motion by Commissioner Claris. Do I have a second?
Second.
By Commissioner White. Any other discussion? Questions? Fully anticipated, right?
Yes.
Okay. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Should be roll call.
No, we're not spending money. We're just
It's
approving the
just
contract.
Just to
Contract.
approve it.
Gotcha.
Approve it, yep.
The Astro 25 is part of the Motorola system upgrade. Yep.
I didn't recognize the name of it. So then I have two Motorola contracts. They're the Astro 25 and the Motorola Solutions Service Agreement. Those are both dispatch agreements. For their radio, it's their radio system, and then the Vesta system, which is a phone system they use as well.
Same thing, just looking for approval to sign a contract.
Yeah.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, by Commissioner White,
I'll second that.
by Commissioner Claris. Quick question. It's a one-year contract?
Yep.
Okay. Any other questions? Hearing none. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.
And then Electronic Communications, they service our radio repeaters for our VHF system. We are keeping that VHF system up even though we are on the Siren system because it is a backup system. And then Belfield Ambulance still is on VHF for now temporarily. So we want to keep that in service. We did reduce the price on that as well because we took out a couple repeaters that are no longer in service.
Okay, wishes?
I make a motion to approve this contract with Electric Communications Incorporated.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Claris. Get a second
I'll second.
by Commissioner White. Any other discussion, questions?
So,
That's 17,000, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 16.8 it looks like. Okay,
and these people we've been working with these people already?
Yep.
Okay. I
Yep.
was just
They
wondering
do
why
24-hour service for us if I call them and we need them.
Okay.
If we could ever get the Siren project ever to be dependable. we really need it. Corey,
I was gonna say, and our roads still use it. I know public transit still uses it. There's just some services that still use that VHF system. So till we figure out some of those transition points, we're gonna be on the VHF for a little bit.
all right. Any other comments, questions? Hearing none. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Election precincts. Karen?
Okay. So this is your last item over here. So what I have is your election precincts. We have to approve the 2026 election precincts. We are sticking with 8 precincts. And the only change from our last election to this election is we did have to add a precinct parts into number 6, which included properties, people that are in the city of Dickinson, but they're actually, could potentially be in South Hart School District. We don't have anybody yet that lives over there, but it is there. So we just added that. Otherwise, everything was the same for our precincts. And then I do have a map where you can kind of see where the 8 different precincts are. What all of our voting locations, this would more apply to if you could only vote at a certain location in your precinct. But we have all of the ballots, all of our voting locations are vote centers, so it doesn't matter which precinct you live in, you can vote at our election locations. But this is a formality with the state to establish these as precincts. The other thing I do want to note is we are looking at polling location ideas, and Going into the primary and the general, you know, I did speak with the mall. I've spoke with the BAC. You know, one thing that we kind of thought about doing for early voting is maybe using the commission room for early voting, because we get a lot of people that come to the auditor's office to early vote, but we do absentee voting, not early voting. So we thought about having a location here for early voting. If any of the commission have any ideas for what they would like to see for polling locations, right now we're looking at the mall, the BAC, City of Belfield, and Richardson, and then potentially the commission room for early voting. And then we would put Dakota Room, because you have to approve these at the next meeting. The Dakota Room would be kind of a backup location if for some reason something happened at the mall and we couldn't use the mall or BAC. But I just want the commission to think about that if they have any ideas, so.
Yeah, I've expressed this to Karen. The only challenge I have with early voting in this room is if we have a scheduled meeting
Right.
at the same time, you know, potentially. What's your window for early voting? How many days?
We can go like a week, you know, honestly, it's up to the county. I mean, we don't even have to do early voting. It just has helped cut down lines, especially in the
Yeah,
cold, so.
yeah. I have no problem with that.
But there's no set precedence that you have to do
Okay.
a week or,
Okay.
What would we do last election?
I think I did, I want to say 4 or 5 days for the primary, and then I did a week for the general.
And the locations were,
We had the Dakota Room for early voting.
yes,
I want to say.
For the general.
General was the mall. Yeah.
okay.
And
Okay.
you don't have to decide that part this meeting. I just want you guys to think about that and see if you have any other suggestions on it.
So what you're looking for is approval for the precinct
For the
map.
precincts, yep.
Make approval for the precincts.
Okay, by Commissioner White, do I have a second?
Second.
By Commissioner Franchuk, any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Okay. At this point, any other public comments not on the agenda? Did we get any cards? Doesn't look like it. Not, I would entertain a motion.
I would have
Oh,
just something really quick. You know, Karen did give her presentation at the Patriots meeting. I think she did an excellent job. A lot of good comments came out of there and questions, and then Corey and I got put up on the spotlight. We were the two commissioners were there, and a few questions, nothing, I mean, maybe 30 people there, but, which I expected more, but I think overall it was a positive outlook for our commission.
Okay. And Karen and I did do the leprosy at the legislature, thought that went well.
I got good comments on that too.
So I think there's momentum to fix this little problem that's out there, so. Any other commissioner comments? Hearing none, entertain a motion to adjourn. By Commissioner White, second.
Second.
By Commissioner Claris, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Thank you, meeting adjourned.